Hi guys, it's Shani, and as you've just seen below, this is a review on the Matte Indulgent collection. This collection launched in America about 3 to 4 weeks ago, and surprisingly has already launched in Australia. It normally doesn't launch as quickly. So I wanted to get this review out so you guys, if you are in Australia or in America, you can sort of get things while they're still available. So for this collection there were 8 eyeshadows. There's actually quite a nice mix of 4 light shadows and 4 darker, more smokier shades, which is a nice little mix. There's a range of finishes, so we'll get talking about those when I do the swatches and show you the colours and things. All these products retail at $33 in Australia or $15 in America, depending where you are. The first colour is Guilty Morsel. This is described as a glittery light gold and it is a luster shade. Next up is Sex and the Oyster, which is described as a mid-tone grade blue-green. This is a Velux Pearl finish. Next up is 3 Ring Yellow, which is a bright sulphur green yellow. This is a re-promoted shade. This is also a Velux Pearl. Next up is Divine Decadence. This is described as a soft bronze. This is a Velux shade. Deep Craving, described as a shimmering dark grey. This is a Velux Pearl. Eat Love is described as a deep emerald with a satin finish. Beluga, described as a dark charcoal with multi-dimensional pearl. This is a Velux. And last but not least is Palace Pedigree. This is a dark plum. This is a satin finish, and this is also a re-promoted. On the whole, matte collections generally don't get a good name with the eyeshadows. Generally the eyeshadows aren't very pigmented or require a lot of work. Of these 8 shades, there are 6 that are very highly pigmented. There was 2 that needed a little bit of work, but they weren't overly hard to use. So on the lid I have used all colours from this collection. The swatches. So we've got here, this is so up here is Guilty Morsel, which is that glittery gold. You can see it's quite light. This shade did require a couple of swatches just to get it a bit more opaque there for you. Next up is Sex and the Oyster. You can see there it's got a nice finish, a slight shift to it. This shade also required a couple of passes to get it that opaque. Down here is 3 Ringed Yellow. This colour is coming out more gold on the camera, but to me in real life it almost has a chartreuse type finish. You can definitely see that it's more of a greeny yellow. And next is Divine Decadence, which is that soft bronze. This colour was insanely pigmented. That was a very light swatch and it's a gorgeous colour. Over here we have Deep Craving, which is that deep grey. You can see that it has that nice sort of gunmetal type finish. Next up is Eat Love, that deep emerald. That colour was a little bit chalky, not too chalky, but it did have a slight bit of chalkiness to it. Beluga with that dark charcoal with multi-dimension. To me this shade has more of a glitter type finish. If you had a sticky base, I think that glitter would come out a little bit more better. And last but not least is Palace Pedigree, which is that dark plum. This colour was also very pigmented. So on the whole, I'm very impressed with these. You get 1.5 grams of product, which is an insane amount. Of all of these colours, my picks of the shade would be 3 Ringed Yellow. Even though it took a little bit of work, I really did like Guilty Morsel and Divine Decadence. Those are probably my top 3 shades in this whole range. But they're really nice colours, very pigmented. Like I said, the 2 Sex and the Oyster and Guilty Morsel require a little bit of extra work, but they're not overly hard. Interested in these colours, I would definitely grab them while you can, while they're still available, because I think these will sell out quite quickly if they haven't already in America, and they obviously are still definitely available in Australia. I have checked on that. If you are going to be getting anything from the Indulgent collection eyeshadows, what colours are you interested in? Do you have similar opinions if you've got them already with me, or if you've swatched them or anything? Let me know. As always, all the links to everything of my social media is down here below. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye!